Dr. Doreen Grand-Pichet is the
Dr. Doreen is an expert in autism.
Doreen Grand-Pichet.
Dr. Grand-Pichet.
Dr. Doreen Grand-Pichet.
Dr. Doreen Grand-Pichet is a visionary in the field of autism. Now you can ask her questions on Ask Dr. Doreen. Who is from India, special education teacher. I said we would get to this. I love the program since very long. Please help me. How can I handle self-stimulatory behavior in class? I have a class of 4 to 6 year olds. There's hand flapping, continuous noise making, and clapping most often in the classroom. Special education teacher in India.
Yeah.
4 to 6 year olds.
Wow. Welcome. I mean, I think you've probably been on the show with us before, and I just want to thank you for your persistence. It's not easy to manage 4 to 6 year olds with self-stimulatory behaviors. So again, as I said to the other teacher, the first thing is, can you get help? And perhaps not from the school. Maybe you can get help from some of the parents who are involved. The more people, the better. You cannot get help, then I think with self-stimulatory behaviors, unfortunately, the only way that you can divert them until they are replaced is to have an incompatible behavior. So if it's a child who, for instance, is doing something with their hands, if their hands are otherwise engaged, they will not do that self-stimulatory behavior. Now, keeping the child's hands engaged with something appropriate might be challenging, but there are a lot of things that involve the hands. So anything from puzzles to even playing with things like Play-Doh or bean bags or containers of beans or containers of rice, where the child is able to put their hands in there, will help them calm things down rather than other self-stimulatory behaviors. In regards to vocal self-stimulatory behavior, it's a little bit harder. So one of the things that you can try is using headphones on those children and playing music or other types of engaging incoming information on headphones, because sometimes if you are able to get a child engaged in headphones in music, their self-stimulatory behavior tends to go down. Obviously, if you have an aide in the classroom who is helping you, and if they are able to maybe separate the kids who have vocal self-stimulatory, and while you are trying to teach the other kids, maybe those kids are engaged in something like a choral type of activity, like singing in a group or in unison, or even, things like saying their ABCs, or things that are appropriate vocal, that will also help divert from the vocal stereotypies. It's super hard, and these kids are like 4 to 6 years old. Usually I would say you need a lot of behavior. Let me tell you, even when you have...
We've lost your audio, Dr. Grand-Pichet. And I think you were saying that you need a lot of assistance in the classroom, that 4 to 6, is that what you were, can you hear me? Okay, were you saying that
yeah, I can hear you.
1-to-1? Okay, I can hear you again now.
I hear a lot of background. Yeah, but I also hear a lot of background noise. So I'm not sure if that's maybe cutting me off, but sorry about that.
No, I don't know what is causing that. I just want to, we don't talk enough on the show about Camp Discovery. And I don't know if they have access to even one iPad in their school, but I know that we had a preschool teacher in Puerto Rico who was writing to us a couple of years ago about how having Camp Discovery in his classroom on a single iPad changed the dynamic of the classroom. And then he lobbied to get additional iPads for each one of the children. And he said that it literally was dizzying how fast the kids were learning, how absorbed they were in Camp Discovery, and how much more productive his classroom became, because not only did kids want to be on the iPad and they were learning on the iPad, but they were working to get the iPad. They were willing to do things that were hard for them before so that they could have iPad time. And Camp Discovery, for those of you who don't know, is a wonderful, it's a game on devices that you can get. It's a free download in the Apple or the Google Play Store. And it is a companion piece to Skills. If you already have a Skills account, in your Skills account, it has a code for Camp Discovery. And when you go into the game, there's a place where it says, do you have the Skills key? And you will put that in, and then it will track the progress that the child makes and graph it in the Skills account, which is just extra fabulous, right? But if you don't have a Skills account, you can still do Camp Discovery, and it teaches early language skills to kids in that age range, and it's really been shown to be wildly successful, has it not, Dr. Grampiche?
Yeah, absolutely. So Camp Discovery is on the iTunes library. So if you have access to apps, it is there. But also, and that you bring up a very good point, Shannon, which is kind of the same thing we said to the prior question, which is the more kids are engaged in something that is appropriate to their level of functioning, the less they're going to be engaging in self-stimulatory behaviors. So really, I think Shannon has a very good point. I would try to really give each child an activity that is going to be very engaging. And don't worry about trying to do this all day long. If you have like 1 hour even during the day of high quality education, it's better than trying for 6 hours to get everybody to be under control, you know? So I would really say, you know, focus on short stints of trying to give them worksheets or other types of computerized games and things that will keep them engaged. Very good point.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for watching Autism Live. To subscribe, click here. And if you'd like to check out some more of our videos, click here.